Good morning, friends of Sudoku. Welcome to the July 8, 2023 edition of the New York Times Hard Sudoku. We'll get started right away. And of course, we see the two ones blocking across here, giving us a 1 for this square here. We also have two 6s blocking across here. And we have 1 6 blocking up here. So here's a 6. And that obviously means that we have to scan downwards, and we see that this 6 blocks here, this 6 blocks here, and this 6 blocks across here. So here's the 6. And now we have to scan right and see these 6s blocking and this 6 blocking down. So a 6 goes here. Now there's only 1 6 left to place in this puzzle. These two 6s block across here and here, and these two 6s block down. So the last 6 of this puzzle goes here. That was a very easy start, I think. Let's see if it continues like this. There's a 7 blocking these two squares, and there's a 7 blocking these 3 squares. Ergo, a 7 must go here. And now the 2 blocks across here, so one of these 2 squares must be a 2. We also have a 2 in one of these 2. And 9s must go here or here. A 3 blocks across and up, so 3 goes here or here, and therefore in one of these 3 squares here. This is 7 blocks across, the 7 blocks down, 7 must go here or here, and therefore here or here. And that means that a 7 for row 6 must go in one of these 2 squares. 4s here or here because of these 2 4s blocking up. We got a 5 blocking up here and across here, so a 5 goes in this square. In row 6, we need to find a 4, 5, 7, 8. There's a 4, 7, 8 staring at this square, therefore it must be a 5. 4, 7, 8 now across here. And a 1, 2, and a 9 here. So we got a 5 and a 9 here, and we got a 5 and a 9 here. So it follows that these 2 squares must be 5 and 9. And that gives me a 2 for one of these squares here, and therefore for one of these 2 squares because of this 2 blocking across. We know that this 1 blocks across, this blocks down. One of these is a 1 blocking across, and this 1 blocks across. So we got 1 candidate in these 2 squares here. And we have 7 candidates here, 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 and here, and in these 2 squares, as mentioned earlier. We also have 7 candidates here or here. So I believe that this square must be a 1. And here is why. We need to find a 1, 2, and a 9 for these squares here. We have already established, I think, that since these are 5 and 9, a 2 must go here or here, and therefore here or here. Therefore, it can't go here. And we already have a 9 in this box, number 4. So yes, this is a 1. Now these must be a 2 and a 9 pair. And here we are looking for an 8, 7, and 2. So this is an 8 or a 7. Column 2 is pretty restricted. We only have 4 givens, so we still need 5 more digits, and they have to be a 2, 4, 5, 8, 9. But look at this, 4, 8, 5, 9 blocking the square. This must be a 2, and that makes this square 2. And this as well, and therefore this must be a 9. Now we get to choose up here somewhere, and 9 here or here. We also have a 4 here or here, because we got 4, 9 here, and we got 4, 9 here. So yes, 4 and 9 must go here. Therefore, these must be an 8 and a 5. The 5 blocks across, so here's the 8, here's the 5, right? Now 8 blocks across, one of these here is an 8, therefore we have 8 here or here. So 4 and 9, therefore here an 8 and a 5. So the 5 must go here, and the 8 must go here. And this last square now can only be a 7. And down here we'll be looking for a 3 and a 1, and I don't know how to solve that just yet. Sure, we'll get there in due course. Across here we need an 8 and a 4 and a 2, so nothing to be done yet. But look at the 4 and an 8, aren't they pretty? And why are they pretty? Because we know now that these two squares must be a 4 and an 8. And since these are a 5, 9, these must be a 1, 3, 7. Amazingly, I don't know what to do with that information yet. Oh, yes, I think I do. Yes, of course. There's 7 blocks across here. One of these is a 7 blocking up. There's 7 blocks down. So this is a 7. This is now an 8 and a 3 pair. 3, 4, 9 here. This is a 4, 9, of course. So 3 goes here or here, but isn't that all we can say? I think it is. And a 4, 8, 9 here. No, it'll all have to wait. This must be a 2 or a 9 because we need a 1, 2, 3, 7, 9 across here. There's a 1, 3, and a 7 blocking. So here's a 2, 9. We have a 5, and we have a 5 in this otherwise very sad looking square. We have a 5 because these two 5s block across here, and this 5 blocks down here. So a 5 must go in this square. Now this 5 blocks up, this 5 blocks down, these two 5s block across. So a 5 must also go here. And we know from earlier that that makes this square 9, of course. And now we have 9s here or here. 2, 4, 8 in this column still missing. There's a 4 and an 8 blocking the square. Therefore, it's a 2. And that makes a 2 out of this square. 4, 8 here now. We know that an 8 must go in one of these squares. Therefore, it cannot go here, making this a 4 and this an 8. Now we have 8 here or here. And we also have a 4 here, by the way, and that gives us this 4 and this 9. So now we have a 9 in this square because we got these two 9s blocking these two squares, and these must be a 3, 8. This can only be a 2. And that gives us a 2 for this square. And that's the last 2 of this puzzle. Yes, here we need to have a 3. And these two now must be a 9 and an 8. This is coming together very nicely now. 4, 8 here still. They will have to wait a while. 3, 8 here though. So this 3 blocks across, an 8 must go here and a 3 here. And that, of course, now makes this a 4. And these two must be a 7 and an 8. So a 1, 3 here, therefore a 4 here. Now we've got a 4s here or here. And here an 8 because of these two 8s blocking these two squares. And that gives us this 8 up here and a 3 here and a 3 here. And this must be a 1, making this a 1. This must be a 4 because of this 4 blocking. And here comes a 7. Now we got 7 here, 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 and here. Here I believe we were still looking for a 1 and a what? And a 3. Now the 3 blocks over, so here's a 1, here's a 3, and that gives us this 3 here, and this 1, this therefore must be a 7, giving us this 7, and this was an 8, right? Now this is an 8, and this is a 9, giving me this 9, and the last digit in this puzzle is a 4. It goes here. Not a super challenging hard puzzle from the New York Times today, but pretty fun to solve. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.